What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Nicholas said, honestly, I thought the title said respect Gucci Mane. Does anybody still even listen to Gucci Mane? That real shit? Billy Bob, yo, what's going on? Akagami Able. Yo, why was I about to say Akagami no? Oh yeah, Kame. Yo, let me know if it's noise in the background. It's hot as balls, and I got my AC on, and it's blowing like right this way. If that gets too annoying, let me know. Respect the gunman who got the Glock though. Gucci Mane, that flare, yo. I ain't listened to Gucci Mane since I was in like high school, man. But yeah, let me know if that noise in the background is like too distracting. I'll turn the AC off. But it sound good. It's hot as hell the past 2 days, bro. It's been hot as hell here the past the past 3 weeks. I can't even step outside my house without dying. Yamato for Nakma, absolutely. Absolutely. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. We really are, cause I got some shit to say, which probably gonna piss some people off. Cause I called my own bullshit. I had to call my own bullshit on the Yamato thing, because I'm doing the exact thing that Carrot people did for Carrot. And I know it makes me a hypocriticizer, but I don't give a fuck. I mean, do you like getting blowjobs? Yeah. Well, do you like giving them? No. Well, that makes you a fucking hypocriticizer too. So shut the fuck up and smoke my weed. Yo, if y'all haven't seen any of the Harold and Kumar movies, I recommend that you watch those goddamn movies. Bro, I'm burning at 97 degrees over here. 97, bro. The other day, I think it was like the day before yesterday, we had a cookout. It was 102 outside. And my family decided they wanted to have a cookout. Did you watch Dritz's video on why she isn't joining? I have not. I have not watched Dritz's video on why Yamato isn't joining. But I am going to have a stream on, give me 1 second. Properties, bam. If you're not in my Discord, then you may not have known, but I'm having a stream on Friday at 4 p.m. EST with Shonen OG or Ogi. I apologize. Is it OG or OG? OUJI. Shonen OG? I believe that's it. Shonen OG. We will be talking about a few other topics. I'm trying to make this a normal thing. When there's no chapter, I want to have a one-on-one discussion with somebody, whether it's a person in the community, like they have a YouTube channel, person in the community, influential or not, I want to have a one-on-one, because I know a lot of people have differing opinions, and one of his opinions is on Yamato and the state of where he or she, depending on how you decide you want to call Yamato. I call her a she, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to be having a discussion with Shonen OG on Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, EST, on that very topic, on why the possibility of Yamato joining, and what, excuse me, and, just it's a handful of topics. It's just like what I did 2 weeks ago with Fiji. And speaking of, like, weeks ago, I missed this chapter and the one before. I had some family stuff going on. Nothing bad, just I had family in town and they decided they wanted to come bother Silvers. So, you know what? Fuck it. I said, I'm going to wait. And I needed to wait for the official for some of this, because the official, because the fan translations was kind of jank. It was jank as fuck. I have heard the theory that Kinemon might be Shogun, kind of like Mom stay in Wano. That work. At the end of Wano, I think, because if you don't know, I think that Momonosuke is going to join the crew, and people say that he has to stay behind in order to be the Shogun of Wano. The Shogun of Wano comes with not just the respect, he has that. You need to have power and to be the Shogun of Wano. Even if it's not just absolute ridiculous power, you need to be somewhat strong. And as of now, Momonosuke is even weaker than Orochi. If Momonosuke joins, he can essentially follow in his father's footsteps. Whereas at the end of Oden's journey, he didn't become the Shogun. Oden ended up not being the Shogun, but that's where I think Momonosuke is going to succeed. At the end of Momonosuke's journey with the Pirate King, he's going to come back and take over as Shogun. But in the meantime, the person that I think is going to be running Wano is going to be Hiyori. Hiyori and probably a council of people. Momo is not like his father though. Yeah, Momo's not like his father. I know that. He has been making strides to. He's been going through a lot of character development. He's not like his father, and that's the point of one of the most recent chapters. He's not like his father. He doesn't. He's not. He hasn't been fucking. He hasn't been fucking girls since he was like 7. But I think that's the part. I think that's actually what's gonna make Momonosuke an interesting character to join. He's going to be learning. He's going to be learning and coming up to be essentially. Momonosuke is going to be the Shanks of the Straw Hat Pirates. He's coming up. He's learning swordsmanship. He's learning the language. He's learning the trade of his people, which is the language that the poneglyphs are written in. Please excuse me. It's hot. My brain's boiling and I'm fucking stuttering. But yeah, Momonosuke is not like his father. He's not as strong as his dad, but whereas his father was brought onto Roger's crew in order to help him find Raftel, Momonosuke is joining the Straw Hats in order to learn to be like his father, or in some cases be greater than his father. If you get my drift, right? You know Oda is rushing One Piece. It's confirmed. Oda said that he would like One Piece to end in the next 5 years, but I don't think that's the case. I think we have at least maybe 7 or 8 years left. But there was that whole statement saying that it's a good time to redo One Piece or get into One Piece because we're gonna be entering the final arc. Give me 1 second. I apologize about that, family. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Momonosuke. Like I said, I don't think that he's going along to help Luffy become Pirate King. He's essentially going to be the Shanks and Buggy of the Straw Hat Pirates. But I think Momonosuke is actually going to make it to Raftel, whereas Buggy got... I can't go on that island disease, which apparently is a real thing. I think Momonosuke is actually going to make it to Raftel. As far as his dream goes, I think it's going to be I guess you'd call it a subplot of what Robin's goal is, whereas Robin is looking to find out the grand scope of the Void Century. I think Momonosuke's goal is going to be to figure out specifically what was the Kozuki clan's involvement. Why were they allied with the Minks for so long? Why did they close the borders of Wano to begin with? Which is also something else that I think Vivi is going to come back for, because Cobra wants to know about Alabasta's involvement in the whole Void Century and all that. But, and I know that that's kind of like a really, really loose dream to follow, because it's literally just Robin. But hey, bro, did you move? Your room looks different. No, I didn't move. I mean, I moved my desk around. My desk used to be on that side of the room, and you used to look at that side where my TV, where the big TV and stuff is, and my bed used to be right here. Now my bed's right there, and the desk is over in this corner. He also needs to learn how to read the poneglyphs. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I think he's gonna join. He's learning swordsmanship from Zoro, leadership from Luffy. He's learning to read and write in the poneglyph, in the language that the poneglyphs are in, from Robin. And since Wano is, the borders are being opened and people are being able to come and go as they please, he's learning navigation from Nami. He's learning fucking medicine from Chopper and everything else that the crew has to offer. Like, Momonosuke has the makings to be a better Shanks. Like, not saying Shanks ain't this shit, because the God King is the God King, but Jesus Christ. It's like Luffy will turn... Wait, what? That's not what wants, though. It's like Luffy turned down just Shanks did for Luffy. Okay, people who say, oh, Luffy's not gonna let a kid join because Shanks didn't let a kid join. Luffy is not Shanks. Luffy is not Shanks. And on top of it, Momonosuke, as of right now, is way, way more capable than Luffy was at 8 years old. He is way more capable. Like, when I say way more, I mean way more. The kid took a beating from Kanjuro and is still moving. We talking about Kaido as fodder yet? No, Ziad, we're not. Jesus Christ. Now, speaking, One Piece chapter 986. Let's talk about it. The cover story, Lola and Chiffon basically just said, between the Marines, all of the crazy shit happening, and this dude claiming to be our father, we're out of here. And they just abandoned this dude in Dressrosa. Ooh, excuse me. What was the point of all of this? What was the point of the entire Capone cover story? Where are they headed now? Why did Oda choose for them to just go, nope, you're not our father, you're getting insane? I'm so done with this cover story that I don't, oh my God, I don't care about Capone. As far as the Supernova went, Capone was already one of my least favorite. He didn't seem all that interesting. I didn't care about his devil fruit. I don't care about mafiosos that much. I didn't think The Godfather was that great of a movie. I said it. Scarface was kind of fire, though. So, in all honesty, what was the point of this cover story? Unless Big Mom catches up to Lola and Chiffon and they come back into the story somehow, for what reason I don't know, and Pound comes in to save them and declares that those are my kids, and Big Mom just double confirms it for them to have that happy family reunion. What was the point of all of this? I mean, I know Oda ties in all of his cover stories to the current story at some way or another. Hachi came back into the story and he became an ally. Jinbei's journey brought Big Mom the poneglyph. Now we have an extra poneglyph. What was another one? It was a few of them. It was a few. Oh, Kobe and Helmeppo's journey into becoming Marines led us to the reveal that Kobe got a lot stronger. You know, it's small. It's just the small details to explain how we got to this point, because we can go without the story, without the cover story. Yeah, CP9. We can go without it, but because look at it like that. Yeah, take CP9 for example. If we did not get the CP9 cover story and they just turned up as CP0, people would question it, but I think it'd be widely accepted simply because they're strong as shit. In post time skip, they obviously get a lot stronger. But because we got to see that journey, it was, you know, the little extra tidbits that everybody does ask for. How could this tie in? How? I don't see how this could explain anything. Chiffon and Lola, they bond and then come back later. Oh yeah, I found my sister. Now we're buddy. Okay, Nami knows both of them. Nami has a good friendship with both of them. But what reason would they have for coming back in the story? Would it be for Capone to come help take somebody down? I mean, Capone doesn't really give a damn. How about Kobe? Yeah, I said Kobe. Oh yeah, the Caribou one too. It explains how he ended up in that prison. And he has knowledge. He has knowledge, like critical knowledge. Ace cover story was important. The Blackbeard hunt for Ace, that's one that I really don't see how it tied back in. I mean, he met a girl, she made milk, her parents, and he found some business for her. I mean, that girl showed up again, like, as a cameo, but I don't see how the Ace cover story tied into the main story. Oh, damn, my hair's fucked. Dofi over Sanji, Zoro, EOS? Absolutely not. Yo, Joker, it tied back in with the revolutionary introduction. Well, that really, I wouldn't say that was, I don't think that was much of a tie-in. I mean, that was just a cameo. Like, that doesn't explain how we got to a certain point, because the revolutionaries could have saved anywhere. The only tie-in that it had was that the girl that Ace was with, I think her name was Mocha? Or Mocha, I think. Yeah, but I don't see how that tied in anything. But it was, like, I do get your point, though. It has some significance. Plus, Kami and Hachi cover story was important. Yeah, I mentioned that, too. Big Mom going down in Wano. We'll get to it. Moral of the story, kids, is fuck this Capone cover story, man. I don't care. I was getting a little interested with the new marine designs and introductions, but I don't care. The chapter opens up with Kinemon and Denjiro approaching the Scabbards. Oh yeah, I forgot Izo showed up. Approaching the Scabbards. How the fuck did I forget Izo showed up when the motherfucker is right goddamn here? They're approaching the Scabbards. Apparently, Kiku no-diffed Kanjuro. Like, absolutely no issue. I've seen, and around the community, especially on Worst Gen and Thriller Bark, I got them right here. There are a couple people who are they're fairly upset, and it's understandable why people would be upset. Going, Silver just called, I'm older than you though. Yeah, you're an old ass man, go. People are understandably upset that one, Kanjuro got off screen, because that actually was an emotionally impact. That was some emotional shit. Like, that was a big betrayal, and the Scabbards are noticeably hurt by this betrayal. The fact that the fight was off screen, that's an impact that we as readers could have benefited from. And the fact that that it seemed like Kiku no diffed Kanjuro is another thing that I've seen people upset by. But at the same time, didn't Kanjuro have the same, I don't want to say suicidal nature as Kaido, but Kanjuro came off as he was ready to die at any moment. He didn't care. He just wanted death. He didn't care when he died or if he died. If he was doing something that led to his death, he wouldn't care. I think that Kanjuro may have still had some love for the Scabbards, and that's why it was so easy for them to take him out. He hesitated. He wanted to die, and in all honesty, he may not have actually wanted to 100% take them out. Either that or his want for death outweighed his want to stop them, and that's how he died. And plus, I think, didn't they gang up on him? Because I know that the other Scabbards were handling like the fodder and his two drawn headless soldiers, and Kiku was handling him, but I don't think that they would have been too much to handle for the Scabbards. But yeah, Kanjuro, there was some shit surrounding Kanjuro, and I don't think it's too much of a stretch to think that he pretty much let himself get killed or didn't put up much of a fight. It was 7v1 plus his paintings. I need to go back to that chapter and see and look, but yeah, I think that Kanjuro his want for death may have outweighed his want to impede the Scabbards and what they were doing. Because Kanjuro was just a stage actor who, because of it, anime fan talk the GOAT. What? Yo, Kanjuro was just a stage actor who, because of his name, was shunned and ridiculed and was hunted. I don't think Kanjuro was that bad of a guy. I really don't. Like, why should somebody be punished because of their name? And I think that's what drove Kanjuro crazy, and that's what Orochi took advantage of. He wanted to die. He could have been, and he just implanted him as a spy. But you gotta respect the resolve that Kinemon and Denjiro have. The dude that they spent their life with, they almost died with. Kinemon is showing the resolve that Zoro was telling Luffy to have in Water 7 after the fight with Usopp. If you break down here and you're our leader, who else are we gonna look to? AFT is Sakura tier. What the fuck? Why is anime fan talk the focus of conversation right now? What's going on? Wait, hold on. The question is, who's the best actor though? Pudding, Kanjuro, or CP0? Well, I'd give it to Kanjuro. I'd definitely give the Emmy to Kanjuro. Like, the man tricked people into doubting. Like, they doubted who the traitor was because they all almost died together. Bro, don't worry about it. What? Kanjuro went full retard. You never go full retard. Come on now. Yo, y'all are reckless. But yeah, you gotta respect the resolve that Kinemon has. He's keeping face, even though like he's even having the memory flashes of when they were younger and all having a grand old time with Odin. He's keeping face, and they just walk right around Kanjuro. Hell, Kinemon takes his hat off and puts it over Kanjuro. He respects him, but I'm not stopping for you. Like, you betrayed it. You can't. Oh my god. Yo, look, rereading this again, this shit actually hurts. And don't worry, I'm getting a censor button as soon as I rig it up to Kinemon over Ace. Joker, that's why you lost your goddamn mod privileges. You capping hard. You capping hard. But Yeah, Kinemon and Denjiro, they just walk right around Kanjuro. They do, and this shit hurts. They spot my boy, my man Izo. My man Izo. Oh, and I saw some funny shit on Twitter because Kinemon is supposed to be massive as hell and Izo is about normal height. Excuse me. When they shake hands right here, somebody drew the extended panel. And they said that Izo is standing on a barrel to be at Kinemon's height for them to shake hands. And I don't know why, but that shit just seemed hilarious to me. Never knew Joker liked Keen. I think Joker's capping. Honestly, I think Joker's capping. Kinemon wants Kanjuro to give him back the hat when he becomes a great pirate. Yo, Ziad, shut up, bro. Ziad, shut the hell up. During the handshake, Izo mentions that Kinemon tells Izo, so this is where you've chosen to make your last stand. And Izo says, I've missed too many chances for a glorious and meaningful death. I think one of those meaningful deaths may act like one of them has to be Marineford. The second one, I think, is probably the Payback War. If those are your chances I understand the Marineford War being a missed opportunity for a glorious death, but the Payback War, it couldn't have been that bad. Marco's not injured, and all you walked away from that with is a goddamn scar on your eyebrow. The Payback War could not have been that bad. It could not have been that bad. Ziad, you stole that from me. What did Ziad steal? What did Ziad steal? Oh, the hat shit. Shut up, Ziad. Joker is Yonko tier troll. Thank you. He's a goddamn troll. Shake my head. How do you like the Summer Game Fest? Pfft. That's how I feel about the Summer Game Fest. Everything in the Summer Game Fest could have been summed up in 2 goddamn days. If this was normal E3, everything in Summer Game Fest could have been shown in 2 days. 2 days. All of those indie games would have been shown in the Xbox montage. It would have shown all of like little snippets of gameplay or from the trailer with the name in the bottom corner, and we would have moved on. Morning lads, yo Rockstar, what's up, man? That's all that they needed for those indie games. And I'm not saying that all of them were bad looking. There were some of them that I actually do think that I'm gonna hit up. But yeah, Summer Game Fest, it has not been all that for me. There are only like a handful of games that I'm looking forward to. Or will you conquer this world? Oh yeah, Kaido makes the announcement to the Wano soldiers, to the samurai Wano, join me or you die. And of course, these assholes jump at the opportunity because, like a lot of people have been speculating, nobody actually had any real allegiance to Orochi. Whoa. I apologize. Hold on. Give me. Okay, I'm gonna respond to that on Twitter in a second. But yeah, none of these assholes actually had any real allegiance to Orochi. Not surprising, but at the same time, you'd think that they'd put at least some of them would split off and join the other side, just to try and even out the forces. But this shit ain't alright. I guess this goes to show that Wano. This is just more of the shit that Wano isn't what it used to be. Wait, whoa. Yo, I'm really out of it today. Let me turn this shit off. I'm really out of it today. I don't know if it's me being sleepy or if this goddamn light is in my goddamn eyes. Give me a hot second. right, bam. There we go. There we go. My bad. I had to fix something. They all knew Orochi was weak. Yeah, that's a given. Orochi was weak, but his devil fruit seemed too interesting to just toss out like that. We saw him transform, but he did absolutely nothing. Why go through all of that? You gave him a mythical Zoan fruit to do nothing with it. I guess it's just like Smiley on Punk Hazard. Caesar gave him some type of lizard devil fruit and did absolutely nothing with it. But that's not all that interesting of a devil fruit for a chunk of slime. Orochi is the 8-headed snake. It's a big part of Japanese mythology. Hell, even Momonosuke's sword, Ame no Habakiri, is the sword that what's his name? Susanoo, I think it is. I think it's the storm god. It's the sword that Susanoo got out of the fucking chopped off head of one of them, or his tail or some shit. Legend Mac trash tier. Yo, why are y'all disrespecting other YouTubers? Chill out. But yeah, I think that Orochi's what's name, his devil fruit was a big waste. I am going to be talking. That's another thing that I'm going to be talking about with Shonen Noji on Friday. It's an extension on one of the topics that I talked about with Fiji, the expectations of Wano, but this one is going to be the expectations of the arc, the expectations of Kaido, the expectations of Orochi. Could Kaido have been in his own separate arc away from Wano? But yeah, so you got the captain of the ninja and the captain of the samurai or swordsman, and they instantly pledge their allegiance to this dude, and the Oni Wabanshu are sighing in relief, just phew, at the thought of, like, they're just relieved they won't have to fight against Kaido and them. Oh my god, man, this shit's bad. And then the fodder beast pirates, I'm guessing this is a gifter because he's smiling. So he's going, we didn't want to have to fight you guys anyway. Is he saying that because the samurai are strong, or is he saying that because it's not worth trying to take out people because they believe that they're so weak? Shinobu escapes, again showing that ninja resolve of finish the mission, fuck whoever needs to get sacrificed. But I guess she already knew that Nami and Kara would escape with their electric abilities. But Kaido's new Onogashima plan, one second. Kaido's new Onogashima plan is to make all of Wano into one massive weapons factory. Why didn't you do that from the beginning? What purpose did Orochi serve? Was it just to get you into Wano and have a non-hostile takeover? Because if that was the case, you could have gone in and hostilely taken over everything. I think I just fucked up that sentence. You could have taken over everything, beaten Odin, and had everybody on your side from the get-go. You could have had this done a lot sooner. A whole lot sooner. I don't get Kaido's reasoning for this. But he tells Momonosuke, listen, what is your name? If you are not, like, Kaido can't accept that Momonosuke is the son of Odin Kozuki, and says if you renounce it, he's pretty much saying if you renounce Odin as your father, I'll let you live. I don't think that was the case. I think Kaido was gonna kill this kid either way. He's trying to end the bloodline of the Kozuki, but at the same time, I also think that this might be one of Kaido's ways of breaking the spirit of somebody. If Momonosuke is terrified enough to renounce his father, somebody as great as Odin, then Kaido might have actually let him go because he has absolutely no spirit or will to continue on after that point. But Momonosuke says fuck it, and we get a little bit of character development from Momonosuke at this point, and he proclaims, my name is Kozuki Momonosuke, and I'm gonna be the man who becomes Shogun of Wano. I respect it. I absolutely respect it. Momonosuke is actually going through some serious character development, and I feel like this would have had a lot more weight behind it if we actually saw him attempt to escape Kanjuro. That is one of my biggest gripes with Momonosuke in the interaction that they had so far. Oda is off screening too much. Give me my mod back. If you're a good guy, if you behave yourself this stream and you do all right next stream, I will give you your mod power back. I will give you your mod power back. You got 2 streams. What the heck's supposed to do against an adult? He's not supposed to do anything. That's the point. He's supposed to attempt to do something. Wait, hold on. Was that Static? Was that you who made that goofy ass comment on my goddamn video and then changed the comment? Because if that was you, you get I don't even ban people. But if that was you, you're an ass. Hold up. I don't think Zoro killed Kaido, obviously. Hold on. Fuck it. Give me a second. One goddamn second. God damn it. I'll find that shit later. But that's not the point. One comment. Yeah. Oh, so wait. He tried to. One comment. All right, look. I'm not expecting Momonosuke to attempt to... I didn't want Momonosuke to attempt to escape from Kanjuro and then fight him 1v1. Obviously, Kanjuro is going to fucking put this kid down. But the point that I'm trying to make... Silvers and going off tangents. Name more iconic duo. Yo, I hate you. I hate you, Rockstar. The point that I'm trying to make is Momonosuke letting us see the attempt to escape and having it not be that goofy, I have a knife, I poke you, and then I try and run off in some goofy manner. No, if you would have showed it to us and he's taking a stance with that knife, using some of the teachings that Zoro taught him. Obviously, he's still a kid, and he gets done dirty by Kanjuro. Kanjuro puts him down, but we know that he's using the knowledge that he's learning from Zoro. We saw him training early in this arc. He's using the knowledge that he's learning from Zoro. He's showing that he's actually being brave. And on top of it, he's showing that he's actually taking the situation serious. Whereas in that little side panel that we got of him trying to escape, all we know is that he cut Kanjuro on his hand, and Momonosuke was running away, eyes closed, with a big cheesy smile on, trying to get away. No, have Momonosuke take a stance. Kanjuro goes to reach for him, not taking him serious, and Momonosuke makes a maneuver and actually cuts Kanjuro's hand, and that's when Kanjuro goes, "You piece of shit," and he fucks him up and brings him in. Momonosuke is being brave. He's actually learning. That's what I wanted to see. But he never sparred with someone. That's the point! He's not going to be all that amazing. He's not going to be amazing. He's taking a stance, and he's not even... Combat situation. Okay, combat situation in Dressrosa, he attacked Jola and KO'd her. That's enough. That's all we need. We know he's willing to swing the blade. Zoro taught Momo the art of tummy aches. Yo, y'all are clowns. But no, we know that Momonosuke is willing to swing his weapon. Before, in Dressrosa, Zoro didn't teach him anything. Oh, excuse me. In Dressrosa, Zoro didn't teach him anything. But he was still willing to swing the weapon. Zoro taught him a stance. He taught him how to actually chop at somebody. At this point, when he escapes, have him turn around, take a stance, and when Kanjuro reaches out to grab him, just have him cut his hand, and then and he runs away, or he still stands the fight. Him standing the fight would still show that, yeah, he's being brave, even though he knows he can't win this fight. He's still going to attempt it. Or if he runs away, he's being smart about it. He knows when to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's the point. That's what I wanted to see from Momonosuke. Obviously, he was still going to get his ass kicked. He was Kanjuro. Momonosuke stood no chance against Kanjuro. Absolutely zero. That's what I wanted from Momonosuke when in that little flashback. And I feel like if we got something like that, it would have made this declaration a lot more impactful. Not saying that it's not impactful in the least, because Kaido is just disrespecting this dude. And it's even crazy that he's saying it to Kaido. It's even crazy that he's saying Kaido is a goddamn he one-shot Luffy. He's an emperor. And this is pretty much the equivalent of Luffy telling Whitebeard, shut up, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Momonosuke, but in this case, Momonosuke still cries. You gotta go back to Dressrosa arc in the manga? For what? Like, we know Momonosuke attacked Jola. She KO'd. That's not what happened. That's not what happened? Momonosuke didn't swing on Jola? So Momonosuke didn't swing on Jola. I know Brook did most of the work. Brook cut her up, and then when she got up, Momonosuke bonked her on the head. That's not the point. The point is Momonosuke is willing to swing a weapon. Back on the chapter, Luffy is Yamato and Luffy are running through everybody, trying to get to Momonosuke. Luffy says, I'll take these cuffs off. Yamato doesn't believe that these cuffs will explode. Yamato believes in the good nature of her father, that her father would not just blow her up for disobeying. Give me a second, I'm tying my shoe. When someone's unconscious, Silver's you funny. What? No, he didn't. Oh my god. Okay, I'll go back. I'll go back to the chapter. If somebody can find me the chapter, please. If somebody can find me the chapter. Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll fucking find it. One Piece. Somebody, I'll find for you. Sure. But yeah, Luffy pulls the cuffs off and pulls a Rayleigh. Apparently, Luffy mastered the technique that Rayleigh was doing, where when he snatched the wearing shoes with laces in your own room, Silvers, you got a soccer match. You gotta attend. Mofo, these are the shoes that I'm wearing. Okay, I had these on all day. If you want me to take my sneakers off just because? Shut up, Ziad. Shut up. Just because you wear moccasins or slip-ons inside your marble floor palace don't mean the rest of us got to. Plus, I don't live in a palace. Ziad trolling. Ziad is always trolling. Ziad thinks that Sabo is the almighty power. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me just go through and look for this goddamn chapter. Brown shells 7. Chapter 722 and 723. Okay, I wasn't that far off. One second. Chapter 722. Okay, yes, Brook slashes at Jola. Go over to the next chapter. Jesus Christ. I hate these fucking confirmation things. Which picture has a turtle with a brown shell and The number 0 next to it. Dun, 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 dun. Scrolling down. Scrolling down. Momonosuke is standing there with the weapon. Dun, 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 dun. Bone Hoshi, I've also pummeled her with numerous blows. It wasn't necessary, but I appreciate the effort. Okay, yeah. Momonosuke standing there with the weapon, it skipped over it. But in the anime, I do remember Momonosuke clonking her on the head. But then again, that is the anime, and you don't take the anime for what it is unless it actually fits in. Regardless, Momonosuke is still willing. You're welcome. Yeah, I found it. Regardless, Momonosuke is still willing to swing the weapon. That's the point that I'm trying to make. He is still willing to swing the weapon. And even still, Brooke slashed at her, but we also don't see the attack that Nami did either. Oh no, it's right here. We see the lightning coming down on the ship, and then it cuts over, and we see Jolo on fire. Well, not on fire, but smoking. And yeah, pretty much the way it happened in the anime. I repeat, Silvers and going off on tangents. Naming more iconic duo. I moved on. Regardless, the point that I'm trying to make, Static. I told you happens, man. Momonosuke is still willing to swing the weapon. That is the point that I'm trying to make. Not that he is strong enough to KO somebody. Sometimes Oda skip fights. Oh my god, that is what I'm trying to say. Oda skipped shit. Oda skipped shit, and we didn't see it. But Momonosuke is willing to swing the weapon. That's all that matters in this conversation. Momonosuke is willing to swing the weapon in the Kanjuro scenario. When he escapes, he takes a stance. He's afraid, but in spite of that fear, he is still willing to stand up to this person who's leagues beyond him. Stop copying my twist beard habit. Yo, first, Ziad, I don't know what it is, but I've been doing that for like the longest, and I'm trying to stop because I'm getting patches and shit like down here. I'm getting patches, and it's starting, and it itches. Me picking at it is causing ingrown hairs, and it's starting to itch. Yeah, Momo was willing to try something cool, but reality is he got his ass whooped. Exactly, Gon. That's what I wanted to see from Momonosuke when he was attempting to escape Kanjuro. He shows that he's using what he's learned. He's showing that he's being brave, but in spite of that, he still loses. That's all. But Momo has had team effort with other stride. That is not the fucking point. You're saying that Momonosuke beat Jola. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he is willing to pick up something and go like that. Regardless of who's around him or who he's fighting. He is willing to take the stick and fucking swing it. That is all that fucking matters. That's all that matters. That's the only point that I'm making, and that's where I'm gonna fucking leave it. The point is, Silvers actually likes Tashigi. I do like Tashigi. I think she has an interesting dream. I just don't like what Oda is doing with her. Cause at this point, she's doing absolutely nothing. She's only been in the series what? Logtown, the Marineford, the little side panels when like post Marineford, Punk Hazard, and after Punk Hazard or after Dressrosa. 5 times. Like that's it. A long time ago, I was of the firm belief that Tashigi would actually join the crew because when she was introduced, she had a clear-cut dream. I thought she was going to leave the Marines or Luffy would convince her away from the Marines. Or yeah, she'd leave the Marines because she'd realized the corruption in just dark side of the Marines and feel like and just realize her dream is better accomplished outside of the Marines. And having an ex-Marine on the crew, that'd be I thought that was kind of interesting. Tashigi ain't banging Zoro. Of course, Ulrich pops up as soon as somebody talks about Tashigi and Ulrich, you find a way to make anything about shipping. Oh yeah, Alabasta too. Logtown, Alabasta, Marineford, Punk has it. Yeah, a couple times. But yeah. That's all. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah. Luffy pulls off the cuffs on Yamato. Next goddamn page. Everybody is making their way over to the stage. Everybody wants to save Momonosuke. Momonosuke remembers his father, his mother, and declares that I'll meet you guys soon. Nah, it ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. The explosion happens. Oh, goddamn. Excuse me. Explosion happens. Everybody goes flying everywhere. Luffy and Yamato come flying out. Yamato declares that this bastard ain't my father no more. I don't respect him. I understand. I get that. Hate fucking, but yeah, she is. What? Wait, whoa. Tashigi or Hiyori, who's better ship for Zoro? I give it to Tashigi. The only reason people ship her and Zoro is because Hiyori and Zoro is because they slept next to each other, and when Yasue died, she was like crying into Zoro. Like that's why people ship them. And yeah, it's shipping bait. But I like Tashigi better. Like, she has a tie with Zoro in being a doppelganger of his old friend. They actually understand each other to a certain point. Hiyori is pretty much just the sister of the dude that he knows, of a kid that he knows. Where the hell was I? Why the fuck she called him a cow gorilla? That's kind of fucked up, ain't it? But while we're on Yamato right now, let me explain my stance on Yamato and joining the crew. I want Yamato to join. It's pretty much the exact opposite of Carrot. I want Yamato to join. I think she is gonna join, but there really isn't much standing for Yamato joining, except for the fact that she said, because you're Ace's little brother, I assumed you'd let me on your ship. Aside from that, there isn't much standing to back Yamato in joining the crew. And so far, she really doesn't have a relationship with any of the Straw Hats except for Luffy, which seems to be a working relationship, I guess. They both have a similar goal, but outside of that, they're not really all that buddy-buddy, but given the circumstances of them meeting, I guess I kind of understand. And plus, she hasn't been in the series for all that long, so she doesn't really have much time to get to know anybody, whereas somebody like Carrot, I don't think she's gonna join. I don't want her to join, but she does have a good relationship with most of the Straw Hats. Excuse me. She's been in the series for a while, but the thing that that plays against Carrot, Luffy doesn't give a fuck about her. Yes, Luffy knows her name. Yes, Luffy has said her name. And with Yamato, Luffy gave her a nickname, but that doesn't mean that Luffy has given some other people. Luffy calls Momonosuke Momo, but he's also called him Momonosuke. Nah, Yamato ain't joining. I mean, tell me why. It's one of the topics that I'm going to be discussing with Shonen Oji on Friday. If you haven't seen his video on it, on his channel, as a matter of fact, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, Shonen Oji actually posed another scenario for Yamato rather than joining the Straw Hats. I actually think it's kind of I actually think it's kind of interesting. Give me 1 second. Shonen Oji. I'll post the video in the description. It was an interesting watch, and I actually did fuck with it a little bit. Copy link the address. Bam. There you go. That's the link to the video. That's the link to Shonen Oji's video. The role of Yamato and like the possible like a different scenario for Yamato and like post Wano. And I actually think that it's a real cool scenario. I really fuck with it. I do. But personally, I just want Yamato to join the crew. Like the fan art of Luffy's new like strong group. I just like the way it looked. Yamato, Jinbei, Zoro, and Sanji. The only issue that I have with it is that the aesthetic of it. Three out of those four are all wearing some type of Japanese attire. Unless Sanji throws on a kimono and some clogs, then it just seems off balance to me. I want Zoro to get a new outfit that kind of mixes in his pre-time skip with his post-time skip design to make him look more his pre-time skip design was pirate as hell, but he used katanas. I actually like Zoro's pre-time skip design. His post-time skip design makes him look way more samurai, and I fuck with that, but at the same time, I kind of like them looking kind of piratey. Either that or Yamato gets a new outfit post-Wano. I don't know. I want Yamato to join the crew. I really do. People say that Yamato is just Nami with horns. I disagree. I can see the difference. But I do see where people are coming from with it, though. I don't know how to explain it. I want Yamato to join. I don't want Carrot to join. Fuck Carrot. # no more carrots. But out from the explosion, the Scabbards jump out, and Izo does the only thing. Yamato is Yankee girl. You should look up, man. Yankee? You mean an American? Regardless, out of the smoke, the Scabbards appear, and Izo does the only thing that matters in this entire goddamn chapter. Uses a normal fucking pistol. And disarms King with it. Izo, a commander of the former Whitebeard pirates, disarms, shoots the weapon out of the hand of what many assume to be the strongest member of Kaido's crew. Does anybody here see Usopp shooting the trident out of Katakuri's hand? You know what? Not even Usopp. Let's bump it up a little bit. Does anybody see Frankie shooting the trident out of Katakuri's hand? And I'm talking about shooting the trident or shooting the trident near his hand to make him let it go. Not shooting off his hand and then he grows another one back. No. Either King ain't as strong as people think, or gunmen are actually a goddamn threat. Guns don't have special names as far as we know. I mean, yes, Usopp names his slingshots, but don't clown Frankie. King the GOAT. Usopp names his slingshots, yeah, but as of right now, there are no legendary guns in the world. Not saying that King has a legendary sword, but he is in Wano. And they're producing weapons. This has to be a quality sword of some kind. Not the same quality of a Wazumono grade sword, but it's quality of some kind. Of some fucking kind. And Izo uses a goddamn flintlock pit. Bang! And disarms King. No problem. He's even smiling about it. The dude is smiling like it was no problem. I cannot wait for Sniper Island. I'm locking in. I'm doubling down. Sniper Island is coming, and it is going to be a bounty hunter-centric arc. I'm calling it. Sniper Island is going to be the cool down, less of a threat villain before we go into the next big arc. Respect Izo. Usopp over Izo. Joker, you're a troll. You're not getting your mod power back. No. You know what? I give it to Izo. I give it to Usopp. I give it to Usopp. The dude used the slingshot and shot in just 100% accuracy, was picking off dudes on a bridge that was so far down that even the rifles, long-range weapons, couldn't even reach. And he was doing it like over a distance to where wind would have taken effect. Like, he had to calculate every one of those shots, and he was just rapid firing and smacking every single person. King caught off guard, though. Yeah, he was caught off guard. But observation haki exists. When an explosion happens, observation haki kicks in. King got disarmed. King got dis-fucking-armed. I think we could have gotten Sniper Island, but not now that we have the 5-year deadline. Pharaoh, the 5-year deadline. Okay, first off, let me say I agree with you. I do. I don't think that Sniper. Honestly, I don't think Sniper Island's gonna happen. I don't even think that we're gonna get bounty hunters anymore. But the 5-year deadline thing, I don't think it's full on set in stone. King confirmed don't have future sight. But yeah, yo, Sniper Island would have been a goddamn treasure. Fuck, when Luffy got his first bounty, Zoro said, came straight out this man's mouth. With a bounty that high, some high-ranking Marines and strong bounty hunters are going to be coming after us. And bet your ass they're going to be worth a damn. They're going to be pretty strong if it's a bounty that high. No bounty hunters. Zero chasing after the Straw Hats. I don't think 5 years is a set time. Yeah, I don't think so either. Marco, weakest commander, watch your mouth. Yo. You can argue that Baroque Works were the bounty hunters that we got, but no. They were a criminal organization. They bounty hunted. They had a section of their group that hunted bounties just so they could fund everything. Baroque Works were not bounty hunters. Jesus Christ. And plus they worked under a pirate. They may not have known it, but they were a pirate crew. They were not bounty hunters. The only other bounty hunters that we got were Johnny and Yosuke, and as much as I love them, they are not worth a damn. They are not worth a damn. And what's his name? Jean Amigo or Jean Ango, some shit like that from the Dressrosa Coliseum. He was He was a bounty hunter. The Abdul and Jeet, I think they were assassins. There were a few people. There were a few people in Dressrosa, but they weren't coming after the Straw Hats specifically. I want a Jaya for bounty hunters. I want Sniper Island to be a Jaya for bounty hunters, and it's a game reserve. The Straw Hats get plopped onto this island somehow, and they're open game for every bounty hunter on this goddamn island. We couldn't get our individual bounty hunters sprinkled across the series, so just give me all of them in one arc. No, they were bounty hunters. No. Baroque Works were not bounty hunters. Eat my ass. You can eat my ass for that. I need to get a censor button. Maybe CP0 recruited them all? Wait, what? Oh, you mean like the bounty hunter thing? You can look up. Wait. Yeah, yes, I know if you go on the wiki, it says that they were the people on Whiskey Peak were bounty hunters. Yes, that was the subsection of the Baroque Works organization. But they were working for a pirate. They may not have known it, but they were a pirate group. They hunted bounties They hunted bounties when they needed to, but they were not bounty hunters. They were a pirate crew. They were a criminal syndicate. Vivi even said it, that Baroque Works was a criminal syndicate, not bounty hunters. Or you know what? Sure, they're bounty hunters, but that was not their only job. Which means that that was like being an office worker. That was like being a fucking office worker. You're a consultant, but you're going to make copies. You're not a copy guy. You're not the copy guy. You win this one. Yeah. I think the reason we never got bounty hunters was bounty hunters are more relevant to the blues. Not necessarily, because remember, ever since Roger died, pirates have been heading into the Grand Line. And yes, he's not in the manga, but he was in the light novel Oda did for Logtown. Daddy Masterson said that he has to scrape by with the bounties that's in the East Blue. He can't go into the Grand Line to chase after that big payday, which means all of the bounties worth getting are in the Grand Line. Hell, Gina Migo said that he wants to capture all of the level 6 escapees. Ace was like one shot, half Baroque. Wait, what? Ace Ace one shot, half Baroque Works. Oh, that wasn't filler. No, that wasn't filler, and that wasn't half of Baroque Works. But Ace did go through a couple ships with one Fire Fist. Ace, like no diff a large portion of Baroque Works. In the ships. Yes, in the ship. Okay, touche, Rockstar. Touche. They were on ships. Ships are easier to destroy. But come on. You don't think that Ace would have one-shot all of them? He took out the billions by himself. Yeah. Well, that wasn't all of the billions. Remember, I think it was like 4 ships. I think it was like, maybe 4 ships? And when Luffy and them were arriving in Alabasta, there were way more ships than just that. I wish Ace episode was canon, though. The Ace episode. Which Ace episode? Oh, you talking about when he came into the desert with all of them? That's some of my favorite parts of Alabasta. The non-canon stuff when they go into the desert is some of my favorite parts of Alabasta. It just shows the adventure side of One Piece. Oh man. Yeah, it just shows the adventure side of One Piece. And yes, the stupid bounty hunters that were in like that middle of nowhere fuck all town. First off, how does that town even get supplies? That's one. How do they grow anything? How do they survive out there? But yeah, those 3 guys that were out there, I enjoyed them. What was his name? Scorpion? The dude who said that he was hunting Ace, and then Ace just showed up and he tried to fight him. I enjoyed that too. And the Sand Pirates. I fucking love the Sand Pirates. When I was watching One Piece on my first catch up, because I started reading One Piece weekly in Skypiea, and then I took a break and came back during Fishman Island. But when I was rewatching, when I was trying to catch up to One Piece, because like I said, I started in Skypiea. I didn't catch up with the series. I just started reading weekly and tried to catch up, from the anime. But that was years ago. When I was catching up and I was watching through all of Alabasta, I didn't understand the concept of canon and non-canon. So when Ace went into the desert, I was like, oh crap, that's pretty cool. Ace is coming with us, more fire fruit. I thought that everything the anime added was just stuff that they couldn't add in the manga. So I thought it was all canon. I thought everything was canon until I realized some of it didn't make sense. Kung Fu Dugongs were raw. Fuck the Kung Fu Dugongs. I hated the Kung Fu Dugongs so much, in fact, that when they popped up in that filler with Law and Luffy and the dude with the pet fruit. I hated seeing that little bastard. And he had hockey. I don't get that. But yeah, when they went into the desert, I thought that was some of the best parts. And the sand pirates, the ninja sand pirate who was fucking with Vivi, I thought she was gonna join the crew. I had no concept of canon and non-canon. But in the anime at the end of Alabasta, when they were showing everybody that we came across in Alabasta and what everybody was doing post Crocodile, I enjoyed it. Like it showed the sand pirates and the girl and I forget her name, but the ninja sand pirate, she picked up a bag that one of those thieving birds had, and oh my god, I love Alabasta so much. Jesus Christ. If they went through the Grand Line, they would need to form a group and get a ship, so they would be no different than pirates. Wait, what? So it was why you gotta hate on Kung Fu Dugongs? They the ship's guard on my pirate crew? Hell no! No. I apologize for my outburst. That actually make a little bit of sense. My favorite part of Alabasta was Pell, no cap. Pell was cool. I respect that Oda didn't kill him off the way he did, even though that was a crazy noble sacrifice. At that point in the series, I didn't want Pell to die because I actually did think he was pretty cool. But in hindsight, not killing Pell set a standard for One Piece. Like, not a lot of characters die. Bounty hunters would be no different than pirates. No, they'd be very different. They're not opposing the world government. They're not hunting treasure. They're hunting wanted criminals. And look at Gene Amigo. He made it all the way to the New World. Like, they're not. The only way a bounty hunter would be considered a criminal is if they're going after a pirate or another criminal, and the Marines show up and they beat the hell out of the Marines so they can get the bounty for themselves. That's the only time that they'd be wanted criminals. Aside from that, I think bounty hunters pretty much can sail throughout the Grand Line to at their leisure, as long as they have a log pose or an tournament pose. After what you said about Pell, you're creditless. What? What, that I liked Pell? That I liked Pell, or that his sacrifice was noble? What? You think dugongs can go so long? What the hell? Why would Kung Fu dugongs be able to go so long? They're not minks. What the fuck? Yo, back on the goddamn chapter. Jesus Christ. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, and we still on 986. Jesus Christ. Kaido's telling the Scabbards that your swords mean nothing to me, and their resolve, their fucking will to fight is so goddamn strong. Their collective, let me preface this by saying their collective wills is enough to mirror that of Odin. And Kaido has a flashback PTSD moment where he's seeing Odin, and they all yell out Sinachi, and Luffy declares somebody declares it's a raid, and they stab and pierce Kaido. People were upset about this shit too. Why? I can understand why. Because Kinemon and a few of the Scabbards had no way of training over the past 20 years. Kinemon should not have the ability to pierce Kaido because he was not as strong. He didn't have the 20 years to get stronger. Ashura Doji, Who else didn't? Ashidoji, Kawamatsu, and who else? Damn, I think that's it. Ashidoji and Kawamatsu, maybe. But the rest of them, because they were sent 20 years into the future, they weren't able to train to get that strong. But if you remember, old Wano was a country of swordsmen. And looking back at Alabasta, Zoro remembering what Koshiro taught him. Jesus Christ, it's hot. I'm sorry. I tried to hold out. I can't. The air conditioner's coming back on. Bam! It's hot as hell. Damn, I'm sweating. Zoro remembering Koshiro's teaching, and that's how he was able to cut steel. Zoro, like, the Ryo technique is already embedded in basic swordsmanship training. And because these guys are a product of old Wano, the Wano where swordsmanship was not outlawed, where you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a ridiculously strong swordsman, it's not hard to believe that Kinemon and them would know this technique. But the reason that I don't have an issue with the fact that they were able to pierce Kaido is because they did it as a collective. They did it as a group. It's not just one person going in and piercing him and then the rest of them coming in and jumping in to pierce him. Ooh, excuse me. They did it as a collective. And the way that I interpreted it is that it was a group effort. Their combined haki is what was enough. Plus, Kaido's PTSD. Oh my God, that's Odin. Him tensing up and pretty much just going, oh shit, and having that flashback caught him off guard to where he wasn't really defending at his best. That plus the combined effort of all of their haki was enough to pierce him. They didn't do enough damage to where now Kaido's sitting on the ground, like kneeling on the ground, clutching his chest, going, like, nah, it ain't go down like that. But chapter 987, the color page, this color spread is fucking amazing. It's free, so and plus all I'm doing is showing this colors page. This color page is goddamn amazing. First off, it's the first time we see Jinbei in the color spread with the entire crew since he goddamn joined. Yes, he was in the Fishman Island color spread, but that was before Luffy asked him to join. That was the first color spread that people were saying Jinbei's gonna join. And that was all of them taking a battle pose. This is just the Straw Hats fucking around. And Jinbei is finally included. Now, my dream for a color spread is all the Straw Hats, and which now includes Jinbei, plus Vivi. Give me a color spread with Vivi, and I am set. As a matter of fact, there is somebody. Oh no, wait, there is one for the official One Piece. The official One Piece YouTube channel. Their banner was drawn by Oda and colored by Oda. And it includes Vivi. Can I find it? Official One Piece channel. Here it is. Is this it? Yes, it is. I think this is it. Yes, it is it. Give me un momento. Bam. There it is. Vivi and Jinbei included, and this was added before Jinbei even showed up in goddamn Wano. Oh yeah, I did an edit of this. I put Tashigi like right here and Momonosuke in dragon form like right here. I actually have that. Oh shit. But yeah, Jinbei's first color spread since joining. You notice Luffy holding Sabo's pipe in the color spread. Okay, Luffy isn't holding Sabo's pipe. If you remember, when Luffy was a kid, Luffy had his own goddamn pipe. I'm tired of people trying to find symbolism in every goddamn thing. It's not Sabo's pipe, it's Luffy's pipe. But yeah, I do see Luffy holding Sabo's pipe. You know what else I see? Hold on, I don't even know why I took that off. You know what else I see? I see Robin touching, like holding Frankie's face. Frobin confirmed. Frobin confirmed. I'm calling it. Pause Silvers. Wait, what am I pausing? Oh, holding Sabo's pipe. That's a giggity. No, it's Ace's pipe. Yo, y'all, that's a giggity. Luffy left his pipe at home with Dadan, LOL. Okay, and Sabo has his pipe, so how did Luffy get it? Like that's a facile argument. That Silva's that dirty. Yo. Y'all trying to bring the bad person in me out. And I'm not gonna let y'all. I will not let y'all tempt me. The devil is a liar. But people have pointed out though that these little bulldogs are supposed to be representing the admirals. I guess I can see it. You got Akainu, Aokiji, Fujitora, the big yellow one right here. I don't know. It's supposed to be Kizaru, but I don't know why he's bigger than everybody else. Giggity. The brown one, I don't fucking know. In the Brago server earlier today, somebody made a joke saying that it was Chaton, the guy that was in the Admiral draft. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. Because in Film Gold, we saw him playing golf, and he doesn't look all that strong. At least Momosagi, or Gion, I think her actual name is, at least she's a swordsman. At least she looks goddamn threatening. Robin touching Frankie, that's scandalous. Okay, Robin touching Frankie here, if this was the only interaction, no, it wouldn't be that scandalous. She grabbed this man's nuts. She grabbed his nuts. She essentially jerked Frankie off. I need to get a censor button. By next stream, I'm gonna have a censor button. I am. But in this color spread, my question is, alright, I don't want to show the color spread on here again for fear of copyright, but if you go to the viz.com/shonen-jump/1-piece-chapter-879-/chapter, you can pull it out. Zoro has Katetsu the Second and Enma. First color spread that Zoro doesn't have Shusui. But there's another sword that's missing, and that is Wado. I've looked over this entire goddamn color spread, and I do not see a single trace of Wado Ichimonji. Hell, Usopp isn't even using his Usopp isn't even using his normal slingshot. Usopp's using normal Kabuto that he used back in Enies Lobby. Somebody also pointed out that Sanji's holding a gun. We've seen there have been color spreads where Wado is breaking in Wano. Wado is not breaking in Wano. Why do you want to censor yourself? Because I feel like I curse too much, and I said that I was going to cut back on cursing, which I have for the most part. But when I do, I'm going to hit a button and this is going to go doop. I want to get a censor beat. I think it'd be fun. I think it's funnier that way. But yeah, Wado, and I don't think Wado is going to break in this arc. I do think that Zoro is going the how do I say it? The exchange of swords, how I think it's gonna go is, and keep in mind that I do believe Momonosuke is coming with them. I think Zoro is leaving Wano with Wado, Katetsu the Second, and Enma. I think those are the swords that Zoro's going to have on his hip when he walks out of Wano. Momonosuke, I think he's going to keep Amino Habakiri, and he's going to train with it until he actually gets good with it, or either that, or Zoro's going to train him to use other weapons. I'm not sure if he's going to give him Kitetsu the second to use, or Momo might just get a bitchy no name practice sword. You know, like it looks like those little practice swords that look like Fujitora's, but it's just all one beige color. Momonosuke sama, yo, you're a clown. But yeah, I think Momonosuke is going to eventually advance through, like train with different sword, like train up to be a swordsman under Zoro. And over the course of his time with the Straw Hats, you're gonna see him use different swords eventually, leading up to him using Amino Habakiri. Either that, or he's going to be a two sword style user like his dad. But I think Zoro's going to have Enma, Wado, and Kitetsu the second. That way, all three of his swords are going to be on the same grade. Is going to be of the same grade. I think Momonosuke may actually get Shusui just out of respect that the country has for the Kozuki. Amino Habakiri is his, so I think he's going to leave with that as well. But I don't think he's going to use Shusui or Amino Habakiri. Joker, what the fuck is that? Is that supposed to be a button, a target, bullseye, an eye? Or is that supposed to be a cap? I don't know. If you were going to put a cap, you put a baseball cap or a bottle cap. But yeah, I think Momonosuke is going to have those two swords when he leaves, but he's not going to use them until he actually learns how to use an actual sword properly in a combat scenario, in a combat situation, before Static decides he wants to pick apart my goddamn argument fucking again. Joker, what the hell are you doing? A censor button is just going to give you more reason to cuss, and Zoro is clearly leaving with Wado with 4 swords because Enma is eventually going to be given to Momo. No, because Enma's not going to go to Momo simply because Enma isn't the sword that Odin left to Momo. Enma was left to Hiyori. Hiyori gave Enma to Zoro. Momo has no claim to that sword. Momo's claim goes to Amino Habakiri. And just because at the end of the series, I do think Momonosuke is going to be like this ridiculously god level shogun. I think that he's going to eventually earn the right to have Shusui, and that's why I think that he's going to leave with that sword as well. Either that or he's going to come back and have that sword. But if he's going to be a 2 sword style user by the end of the series, I don't see why not just give him both of them now. So when he actually does have that pivotal moment where he gets the hype, Enma should break. Why should Enma break? Zoro breaking a sword at this point in the goddamn series would make all of his training absolutely worthless. The only way I see any of Zoro's swords breaking is in the final battle against Mihawk. They're both going ridiculously all out. Zoro does 9 sword style Hellfire Onigiri or some shit like that. And Mihawk uses whatever the fuck he has, and they both fucking dash past each other with the big slashes. Yoru breaks, and all of Zoro's swords break. That's the only way I see it breaking. Either that, or Zoro beats Mihawk, and only Yoru breaks. I don't see Zoro breaking any more swords. Luffy keeps Need Eye. Luffy's not a fucking swordsman. Even when he had Need Eye, he even said, and while I'm here, I'm a samurai, and a samurai needs a sword. That's it. That is it. That is fucking it. He is not keeping Need Eye. Zoro wants Need Eye. Zoro's going to upgrade Kitetsu. He's going to upgrade his Kitetsu. Inuarashi should do a 3 sword style. 2,000 bones? What? Let him have it, why not? In all honesty, I don't understand why Hitetsu didn't just give Zoro Need I right now. He wants our side to succeed. Why not just give him a better version of the sword he has? You have the better version. Just swap them out. Either Zoro gives Kotetsu the third to Hitetsu and he leaves with Kotetsu the second, or Zoro leaves with Kotetsu the second and he puts Kotetsu the third in the magic satchel on the ship and it sits there until Momonosuke is ready to use it. And then after Momonosuke gets better, he uses Shusui. And then after he gets better with that, he uses fucking Amino Habakiri. Or whatever fucking process it goes through. But at the end of the story, at the end of Wano, I do think Zoro is leaving with Kotetsu the second, Enma, and Wado. Oh my god, that feel like it feel like that was more than one breath. I mean, it feel like that was one breath. Jesus Christ, that hurt. Chapter opens up. Kaido says that the scar he got from Odin is goddamn throbbing and it hurts. We get a flashback to the execution. Everybody's going down. Kaido's getting pierced. Go. And then we got this absolute pillar of just striking down. The force of Kaido hitting the ground with all of this is just so goddamn massive. It blows up the ground. What's up, Kuma? Oh, wait, Kuma's here? Damn, 92 minutes late. Start over. No, I'm not starting over, bro. I'm not starting over. I'm sorry. I'm not starting over. Especially, wait, hold on. Yeah, but swordsman would tell difference. Wait, what? Need eyes for Luffy? Whoa, wait, I missed some shit. Luffy keeping Need Eye for when he turns into Nightmare Luffy. Again. Fucking Moria's not here. Moria don't need to come. People only want Moria to show up because of the goddamn... Hold on. People only want Moria to show up because Moria had an issue with Kaido in the past. And people think that Moria is going to show up and ally with Luffy. If anything, Moria is either dead or he's working for Blackbeard. And people are speculating that Blackbeard is going to show up to take Kaido's devil fruit. I don't think Blackbeard's going to show up. Therefore, I don't think Moria is going to show up. And if Moria is dead, somebody in Blackbeard's crew has his devil fruit. If somebody from Blackbeard's crew shows up with that devil fruit, I don't think that they would have any reason to give Luffy 1,000 shadows. The swordsman or swordsmith would tell the difference between the swords. I'm calling Van Augur is going to have it. What, the shadow fruit? I mean, it would make sense. He has a doppelganger at a different vantage point, firing another. Yeah, like he's pretty much gonna be a double sniper, and being able to switch positions with that shadow. That's actually a fire ass goddamn sniper ability. Blackbeard is starting his Rocks pirate crew. He ain't killing Kaido. Wait, yeah, I don't think Blackbeard's gonna show up. I don't. Kaido flies up. Kaido flies up. Well, first off, all of the samurai of Wano, they pull off the disguises and the goddamn war starts. Luffy and Yamato are sprinting towards Momonosuke, and Ulti shows up with a goddamn Morning Star, and her and Yamato are about to square off. Now, I think this is going to be a really good time to place Yamato on power scale, because when she came in and one-shot Ulti before, people instantly put her way above Zoro, on like a higher tier than even Jinbei. And I can understand the argument of Zoro being on the level. No, Jinbei being stronger than Zoro. Personally, I think Zoro and Jinbei are on the same standing. I think Sanji has a way, like, has some work to do, but I think that this fight is gonna give us a clear indication on where we can place Yamato. I want her to be of the same caliber as Jinbei, because as of right now, the only thing that we have to scale her off of is the Thunder Bagua, and that didn't even one shot ulti. But at the same time, they are zones. Eric's a lot. Oh shit! Wait, Eric's in here. How them nugs smell? First off, I have been off of chicken nug. Shut up, Eric. I was about to say I've been off chicken nuggets for a couple weeks. I just got some from Wendy's, and just so you know, they were okay. A zero stand confirmed. What? Zoro mofo? Zoro needs work. Yeah, personally, I believe him and Jinbei are on the same standing, but I do understand. I do understand why people believe Jinbei is of a higher caliber than Zoro. Hell, I can't even really argue it at this point. It's just a personal belief of mine. But yeah, I think that the fight between Ulti and Yamato is going to give us a clear indication of where Yamato actually stands on everybody's power scale. Nami and Carrot, with absolutely no effort, escape Big Mom's homies. And Big Mom tells Luffy, "What the fuck are you doing here? Don't tell me you came here just so you could, you came all this way just so I could kill you." Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah, she didn't say that. She didn't say what she said in the fan translation. In the fan translation, she said, "What are you doing here? Don't tell me you came all the way here to try and kill Kaido." And he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take all of you out." But regardless, Kaido flies up. Kaido flies up with the Scabbards in tow. Luffy tells him Luffy states this is an all-out war. I don't see how this is an all-out war right now, because I feel like there's still a lot that needs to be done. Zoro, and then we get a flash of all of the allies and where they are and what they're doing. Kid being the exception. Kid's not an ally, but an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Zoro standing with, I guess those are more swordsmen from Wano. Yes, those are. Law is that fucking... I want y'all to go on Viz and look at page 14 and 15 of chapter 987. Is that Hawkins standing next to Law? Because if that's Hawkins, what the fuck was the fight about? Because last time we saw Hawkins, he was cut in half, bleeding out in a prison, and with many have speculated to be Drake walking up and talking to Law. Is that Hawkins? I don't know why Hawkins would be with them, unless he did some tarot card shit and had a new prediction and found out that his chances of living are 51% if he joins Law's side. But then again, futures can change just by knowing them. And then we got Parasparrow and fucking Marco flying in together. Why would they team up? I have no idea. I think it might be so that Big Mom stays out of this conflict to a certain degree, because I do believe that Big Mom is going to pursue us one more time and be finished in Elbath. I think Big Mom is the emperor who's going to have her name dragged through the mud the most in the versus the Four Emperor saga. You reading it for the first time? No, I'm not reading it for the first time. It's just that the first time that I read through it, I saw Law, I read the dialogue, and I didn't pay much attention to the background. I didn't pay much attention to everything that was going on. My eye glanced over it, I saw Law, and I kept reading the dialogue. I didn't really skim through the panel that much. That's Law's new crewmate, Hawkins. Hawkins has his own crew. Granted, we don't know them. We don't know all of them like that, but there is one that has a very distinct design. Granted, we haven't seen them, but we haven't seen them like since I want to say pre-time skip. But Hawkins has his own crew. If Law recruited Hawkins, I'm gonna be a little confused because I thought all of the Supernova was supposed to be on their own separate crews, with the exception of Kid and Zoro. But moving on to the next page. God damn, this chapter was short. Yeah, Kaido flies up. Luffy tells him, Kinemon, I'll catch up to you later. And Kaido mentions that pirate alliances always end in betrayal. When you all start to fail, Straw Hat Luffy will betray you and just sail off. Kinemon exclaims, no, even if we fall here, Straw Hat will continue, and he will. And I think this has to do with the whole, the Dawn thing. Killer and Zoro, yeah, Rockstar. Killer and Zoro, they're Supernova as well. Lawkins, wait. Lawkins, Easy in. Wait, yo. I think that Kinemon saying Luffy will remain has something to do with the whole Dawn prophecy. What possessed Kaido to say this though? Like he said, like he mentioned the same thing that Robin mentioned back in Punk Hazard. Pirate alliances all end in betrayal. I think that might have to do with something in his backstory. Alright, look at it like this. Look at the God Valley incident. What if like during the God Valley incident, Garp and Roger versus like Zebek and the entire Rocks crew. Just a thought. Because we know Whitebeard isn't that much of a shithead. What if during that fight Whitebeard decided, fuck this, fuck you guys, I'm out of here, and we already know that entire crew didn't really like each other. What if all of the entirety of the crew, not the entirety, most of the crew just decided to fuck off and abandon Zebek there? Whitebeard first, then everybody else just followed after that, and it was just Zebek and Kaido, and Big Mom was about to fuck off too. And Kaido, being the apprentice under him, he respects Zebek so much that he decided, I'm gonna stay and fight by his side. I'm going to die here with you today. And Kaido didn't die because Big Mom came back to help Kaido. And what if that's the debt that Kaido owes Big Mom? What if Big Mom saved Kaido's life back then, and that's the debt that he owes her, the massive debt that she's been holding over his head that for some reason he really can't deny. She saved his life and Zebek died. I mean, how much do we know about Zebek? Was he a piece of shit? I mean, granted, we know he wants to take over the world, but that's just pirate shit. Was he a piece of shit to his crew, or was he just like, you all hate each other, but hey, let's work together, and he actually cared about his crew? Silver's in his bag right now. Yeah. Yo, that could happen. I like that. Thank you. So did Luffy. Yeah, Kinemon did more damage to Kaido than Kid. I mean, Kinemon did more damage to Kaido than Luffy did. Is Kinemon stronger than Luffy? Whitebeard gave indication that he was turned on. Says to me that he was one of the last, if not the last, to leave the fight. Savior's guilt theory. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Survivor's guilt. Oh, I said saviors. Jesus Christ. Survivor's guilt. I said saviors, motherfucker. Kinemon for Pirate King. Kinemon over Luffy confirmed. Yeah, y'all are idiots. But the chapter ends with Kaido saying, yo, this is just like 20 years ago. Ain't shit gonna be different. But then we found out all of the Minks are here. All of the goddamn minks are down here. Well, I said down here. All of the minks are up here on the top of the skull. And, oh my god. So we brought many warriors from our kingdom with us. The minks. The minks. The snow is light, like flower petals. The perfect night to watch the full moon. And motherfuckers about to go so long, son. Yo, look at the ominous feel of all of these goddamn minks about to go full werewolf on Kaido. It sent a shiver down my spine. I think we all know that Kaido's going to absolutely dominate with this, but this is pretty much how I imagine the fight against Kaido going down. It's just that it's broken up into parts now. Instead of it being one massive army fighting against Kaido, I guess the best comparison that I could give to it is the entire Hidden Leaf Village versus the Nine-Tailed Fox. That's the best comparison that I could have for it. That's how I originally imagined it, but now this seems like a better setup to where it's one group versus Kaido. They do a little bit of damage, and then another group, little bit of damage, and then it turns out, and then after everybody else is taken out, it whittles down to Luffy, Kid, the Straw Hat Pirates, the Kid Pirates, and the Heart Pirates versus Kaido. And then it whittles down to just the Supernovas of each crew. Law gets taken out. I apologize, Kuma. I'm sorry. It just has to be that way. But not before getting off, not a gamma knife, a gamma goddamn sword. He takes a fucking gamma spike and just drives it into Kaido. Law gets taken out, and then it's just Luffy, Kid, Killer, and Zoro versus Kaido. And after that, I don't know how it'll play out, or I'm not speculating how it'll play out, but eventually Kaido gets taken down that way. Whether it be Zoro who gives the final hit, I would like for Killer to be the one to give the final blow, like the big decisive blow. Because at one point, Oda did say that Kid was the only supernova that he had long-term plans for. In fact, all of the other supernova didn't really exist. He just made them up to give the world some scope. I want it to be Kid because Kid has been built up to be like the ultimate rival for Luffy in terms of becoming Pirate King. Like, that's actually on Luffy's level, not Black. And I'm not saying Blackbeard isn't a rival for Pirate King. I'm just saying that Blackbeard is already ahead of Luffy in terms of power. I'm talking about somebody who's growing alongside Luffy. Blackbeard is more like a Madara at this point. Yeah, I would like it for it to be Kid, just so that rival to Luffy can actually have some actual weight behind it. We actually can have a reason to say Kid is on the same standing as Luffy. Luffy to beat him and Kid to kill him. I'd like that. If Luffy gives that big decisive blow and Kaido is battered, beaten, and bloodied, and Luffy's pretty much going, "You're finished. That's it. You're done." Killer. What about Killer? Oh yeah, I only say Killer just because he's supposed to be Kid. Fuck off. Okay, Eric, you can take your goddamn elitist ass and go suck a red-haired penis. It will be Luffy versus Kaido for... No, Luffy is not 1v1ing Kaido. Even if Kaido takes a lot of damage, I don't think it's going to be a Luffy 1v1. I cannot accept that. You know, I'm not even gonna say I can't accept it. It's just something that I don't think. Why the hell is that still on my wall? Hold on. This brown thing on my wall right here. Y'all see that, right? It's showing up on the camera on my wall right here. It's not there. What the fuck is that? But yeah, Eric, I don't think that Luffy is going to 1v1 Kaido. It may whittle down to Luffy fighting Kaido 1v1 eventually. Are you okay, Silvers? Yes, I am. Look, it's right here on my goddamn wall. It's brown. It looked like somebody took a lighter to my goddamn wall. But right there, if I look at it right there, it's not there. Ghost stain? If a ghost jacked off on my wall, I'm gonna be pissed. I'd rather him just haunt me. I would rather him just haunt me. But yeah, Eric, I don't think that Luffy is gonna 1v1 Kaido. It may whittle down to a 1v1 at certain points, but other people are going to jump in to assist him, and I don't mean assist like Luffy versus Doflamingo, where they're just stalling them off. Think that they'll come in to assist Luffy in a tag team. It might be dude. Nah, after all the damage, Luffy finishes the job. Yeah, and that's how I think it's gonna be. Luffy gets the decisive blow, but Kid comes up, but Luffy does his normal thing. You're done. You're defeated. That's it. Everybody cheers. Everybody rejoices, and then Kid comes in because Kaido is probably gonna get back up, and Kid like absolutely kills him. But I also saw Mr. Morge's video on why Kaido shouldn't die. I agree with it for the most part, but if it's not a glorious death, then Kaido doesn't get what he wants. I love that he went straight to jacked off from Ghost Stain. I mean, what other kind of stain could a ghost leave? Are you talking about like a ghost imprint? Like a ghost was here, touched the wall, and then moved away, and now it shows up on camera, but not actually there? Why do people overhype Kid and Law, but downplay the Monster Trio? Because Kid and Law were supposed to be they're framed in the same standing as Luffy, but Zoro and Sanji are supposed to be beneath Luffy. Kaido wants a warrior's death. Yeah, and getting your head chopped off by somebody out of anger and revenge really isn't that much of a warrior's death. It will be exactly like Mingo. Hell no. Hell no. Kaido is too much of a force for Luffy to 1v1 him. To go from struggling against Katakuri last arc, train for a week, and then come back, now he's ready to fight an Emperor 1v1. Nah, I don't think that's the case, bro. Kid is gonna be on the ground. I mean, then I guess so. I guess so. Not that important. Wait, what? I know it would have happened off screen, but I don't remember seeing them together since a Pooh character. What happened to a Pooh? Now that I'm thinking about it, what the fuck happened to a Pooh? Like, Kid squished him against the wall, and I think that was the last we saw of him. Like, him and Kid were about to square off, and like we haven't seen much of him afterwards. And what the fuck is Drake? I don't think it's possible either unless Hawkins' card comes into play. That trump card thing that Hawkins mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if we never see it. I wouldn't be surprised if we never see it. They're protected by they haven't shown anything. Wait, what? What are you talking about they're protected by they haven't shown anything? Are you talking about... Also, Kid killing Kaido mean nothing? Kid killing Kaido mean nothing? Kid killing Kaido would... If Kid is the one to give that absolute finishing blow that kills Kaido, it would have... He gets more of the rep in the newspaper rather than the people who dealt damage to him and left him alive. You're killing an emperor. You're taking an emperor's head. Kid would get a massive reputation boost off of that. Apu is the stain on the wall. Yo. Like, Kid splattered this dude on the goddamn wall. Why is it that they're not fight? Why is it that he didn't do the same thing to Kid that he did to Luffy and them? Like, what the fuck? you know Sanji's raid suit, right? You know how it's based on Power Rangers. Well, what if Sanji uses Newcomer Kempo with raid suit? Okay, wait. What does Power Rangers have to do with that? And Sanji using Newcomer Kempo has been a theory since he came off the time skip. He has Hell Wink. He has Newcomer Kempo. He has Galaxy Wink. Sanji is Sanji. He despised everything about being on that island. So much so, he ran so much that he learned to fly. Oh, yeah, I know Power Rangers, like the raid suits of Germa is supposed to be based off of Power Rangers or whatever, but what does that have to do with him using Newcomer Kempo? Like, why did you say that you know how it's based on Power Rangers? What if he uses Newcomer Kempo with the raid suit? Why didn't you just ask, what if Sanji uses Newcomer Kempo with the raid suit? Kid-in-law's power level? Wait, what? Power Rangers basically flamboyant. They're not flamboyant. They're just, yeah, okay, yeah. They're like super rainbow. Veronica, we knew he was going to change sides since the beginning. Wait, what? But it's just bitch rep. Just the bitch rep boost to the audience knows Kid is a fraud. No, you think Kid is a fraud. You think Kid is a fraud. Don't put me in the same goddamn group with you and Christian. Don't put me in the same goddamn group with you and Christian. You motherfuckers make statements and say it's confirmed. Z is not canon, Christian. Z is not canon. Oh, but he trained the Marines. That makes him like Shiki. No. That's just a that's just a statement made in the movie. Don't matter who trained them in the past. They are who they are now. If he's not mentioned in the main story, he ain't canon. Shiki was mentioned in the main story by Sengoku. Canon. You coming with that bullshit? What's next? Is Gil Tesoro canon? Huh? Oh no, wait. Christian also said he's canon because he was in that color spread. He was in the color spread with all of the younger Marines. That's not canon. That's not canon. Eric, what's the new claim that he's making? Bullet is canon too. Bullet is canon because he was on the Pirate King's crew. He wasn't mentioned in the fucking story. Alright, Easy E fight. Easy E fight back. Silver's on your head. Yo. That nigga's stupid. Saying it's possible that he will throw his pride. Plus, Frankie and Usopp may have made some upgrades with the raid suit. I hope the raid suit gets an aesthetic upgrade. Because Sanji said that he was going to make some aesthetic upgrades. Make it a clear coat that goes over his suit. Just make it clear that coats his body over his suit. The fucking scarf around his neck, make it a tie. Give him a jacket. Make it into a suit. Sanji's aesthetic is already clean as fuck. You don't have to give him a Power Ranger shit. Man called him Easy E. Alright, but yo, it's going on 2 hours. As a matter of fact, in like 15 seconds, it's gonna be 2 hours. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Again, I am doing a stream on Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard with Shonen OG. Doing another discussion, one-on-one discussion with a couple topics. One of them being his stance on what you think, like the possible outcome of where Yamato is going to be at the end of Wano. Look forward to it. I actually thought that he was going to pop up in chat. Why salty? Kid is not canon. Okay. Okay. I'm going to end it here. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.